Good morning. It is Sunday morning, October the 23rd, and today's video I'm going to discuss the two reviews that were left on Wildman Chronicles, Book 1, The Prophecy Begins. If you watched the previous video before, you'll kind of understand what the whole situation is with the RV and what I'm dealing with currently. Being on the side of the road with traffic and everything like that, and the shaking as vehicles go by, the wind from their movement, and me being still is rocking the RV a little bit. But anyways, my two reviews on Amazon for the Wildman Chronicles Book 1, The Prophecy Begins. My first review was from a old friend that I grew up with back home where I'm originally from. Her name was T. Russell on her profile, and she gave it 5 stars, and she said, "Great story." She also then reviewed to put, "This is one of the first books I've read in years and loved it. The story of two star-crossed lovers finding each other from one life to the next. Some great writing. I could feel the emotions the characters were feeling. I definitely suggest reading this book. I will patiently be waiting for the second book to be released." Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm glad you liked it. She had told me that she had got the PDF version and she was getting into it so much that she decided to buy the hard copy version of the book. And then while I was working, she lived nearby and brought it in one day and have me autograph it. So that was kind of cool because I got my first book autograph that I got to do. So that was kind of cool, and it really lifted me up that day, made me smile. So that was kind of fun. My second review is not a very positive one, unfortunately. But I am taking into consideration that this review was possibly made by somebody that knows me personally and possibly doesn't want to see me succeed in life, and thinks that I should be down and out all my life and never have any type of success in my life. And why I say that is the review itself. So the profile is obviously a fake profile. It's not a true person's profile. They're not being honest with who they are. The profile's name is Con Air on VHS, and they gave it 1 star, and they said it was a boring read. Now, I can understand if you weren't entertained by the book. Not a big deal. You know, not everybody's going to be entertained by the book. Not everybody's going to love the book. But I'm not going to worry about that part of it. That's just the way some people are. Some people may not find it be interesting. That's fine. I accept that. You know, I understand that not everybody's going to be entertained by this book. Now, they also called it unoriginal. I want to say he, but I don't know if it's a he. It could have been a woman that did this. They said it was unoriginal. The problem with them calling it unoriginal is they don't know the basis of my story of being told. The Wildman Chronicles books are actually a fictional version of my life. And book 1 introduces events up to the beginning of of my life and what plays out into that aspect. Now, a lot of it is fictional in book 1 because obviously I wasn't there, so I couldn't really tell you the truth if it was actually something that happened. So it was all made up. So for them to call it unoriginal is kind of a little bit on the funny side because, you know, it's going to be aspects of true stories. You know, as the book unfolds towards the end, it does become a little bit more in truth of actual happenings. Not that it's going to be complete truth. There are some fictional aspects to it. Like I said, I wasn't there, so I don't know the full story. I had to make up a little bit to make the story a little more enticing and everything like that. And they also continued to say that Amazon will sell any wannabe author's content these days. Now, my response to that is, you are only a wannabe author if you author a book and you never publish it. Plain and simple. You know, you're only a wannabe if you author a book and never publish it. Plain and simple. I had to repeat that because it's the truth. Somebody that takes the steps to go through and actually put their story out there to the public so the public can read it really isn't a wannabe, because they are somebody that is taking action towards that goal of being a published author. So calling them a wannabe is obviously your way of trying to deter people from seeing the good in the book before they even open it. And because of that, I really feel like, this person probably didn't read the book, for one. Secondly, I think that they might be a little jealous that I'm actually reaching for goals in my life, and trying to make something of myself, and that's something that we all have to deal with in our lives sometimes, because we're going to deal with people that don't want to see us succeed. And because of that, they will do things to try to hinder your success and try to stop it because they feel like you might leave them behind or something like that, And this could be somebody that I knew back in the day, and I felt like they weren't somebody that I need to have in my life anymore, so I cut them loose and decided that I wasn't going to have them in my life anymore, that, it was better off for me, mentally, physically, and spiritually, to cut them loose from my life. And they might be upset about it. Oh well, not my problem, you know what I mean? Because they're the ones that gave me that vibe, and so if, that's the case, that's something on them that they got to look at. And if they don't want to do the inner work and heal, that's on them. That's not on me, I'm trying to reach my goals. I'm trying to create a life for myself, something that I can have a foundation that I can stand on, that'll allow me to build a life for myself that I can be proud of. And with this review, it just kind of makes me laugh, because it's not allowing people that see that review to be able to get a good idea of what that book is, because a lot of people are overlooking the book because of this review and not really being able to, realize that this book may be a entertainment purpose or a learning aspect, because in the book, things happen that have to have choices, and if you make the wrong choice, it leads you into certain circumstances and situations that you may not want to be in. So, dealing with that, you have to decide to make the right choices. And sometimes reading somebody else's story, and this story is my life, it is truth with fiction in it, that they're not being able to actually read the book and learn from my mistakes in life. So I'm hoping that, if you do see this video and you do decide to go check out the book, that you don't take this review into consideration when getting the book. Get the book and let your own opinion be the judge. You don't have to buy the hard copy. You can buy the PDF. And if you don't like it, you didn't spend as much money. No big deal, right? If you liked it, great. Go ahead and leave a review. no big deal, right? I mean, you spent a little bit of money, you like the book, great. Leave a good review for it so that way other people know that it is a possible good option for them to take and read for themselves. If not, I don't mind either. Honesty in reviews is the same thing as honesty in truth in advertising. We expect advertisers of products to advertise products truthfully. Tell us what the product's going to do, what the product's not going to do. Does the product have faults? Does it break down in a month? Does it break down in 2 weeks? We need to know these kind of things when we deal with a product, because this is going to determine whether or not if we buy the product or not. And then when you have somebody leaving reviews on a product like this, it deters people from getting their hands on it and making their own assessment of the book. And that's part of the reason why I decided to make this video today, because I'm basically got nothing else other to do right now, because I'm trying to wait on people to get back to me about getting the RV off the freeway. So it is what it is, I guess. But like I said, it is something that I hope you do decide to do yourself and get the book and base your own opinion on it, and don't go off the opinions of profiles that are fake, that don't have real names, or don't have a lot of interactions with other books or anything like that, because you're seeing people just not wanting somebody to succeed, so they're doing what they can to help deter people from helping this person by buying the product. And this is not something that I feel is a good thing. It's a toxic trait and negative, and it shows ill intent. Definitely because they didn't even put their real name as the profile name. At least the girl that bought the hard copy book, she actually used her real name. It's T. Russell on her profile. I know her first name and I know her last name. And her last name is Russell. So I know she is a real person. I know who she is, and she was honest about the book. And I thank her for that. I really do. I appreciate her honesty. So, anyways, if you want to get your hands on the book and find out if this guy's right or not, I really, really hope you do. Go down to the description below and click on the link to the Amazon page that the book is on, and get the book, because it's available in PDF format. It's available on the unlimited Kindle edition, and it's also a hard copy. So if you are interested in it, there's currently, I believe, 3 ways to get it, and you can go whatever way you want. No judgment of which way you want, because everybody has their own style of reading. Some people prefer to have the hard copy book. Some people would rather have the PDF version. That way they can move it and read it from any device, laptop, computer, cell phone, iPad, whatever, tablet. Or you can use the Amazon Kindle edition and read it off of that. And that way you can at least make your own unbiased review on the book and help me squash this review, because like I said, this review, people see it, people are not going to want to buy the book because of this. And it really upsets me that there's somebody in my life that really wants to see me fail. I have never wished that upon anybody. I never wish failure upon anybody. I wish nothing but success for anybody that's ever been in my life, whether you're in it now or you were in it and you're no longer in it. I don't care. You are getting positive vibes from me that I want you to succeed in life. And that's just who I am. And I'm sorry that you feel like you need to stop me from being a success in my life. And I hope that one day you realize that you are more than that. And I hope that you do the inner work and heal yourself to realize what kind of person you are, that you have become, and the person you're leading to be. Because in this world, we have enough toxicity and negativity in this world. We do not need to add to it. You know, we need more positive aspect and vibes in our lives in this world with everything that's going on. And we need to be there for each other. We need to support each other. We need to lift each other up. So I hope that you support me in my adventure of the Wildman Chronicles book. And go to the description below, click on the link, go to the book, and check it out. I hope you do. Book 2, The Prophecy. Alright, so I've just realized The Prophecy Foretold is book 1. The Prophecy Begins is book 2. Hopefully here soon I will have book 2 finished and ready for proofreading and editing, and I should be able to get that out to you hopefully sometime next year. Hopefully it's early next year, but I will try to get it to you as soon as I can. So just keep your eyes out for it, and as long as I don't hit any speed bumps along the way, and I can actually set some time aside to actually get the book finished, I will get it out to you as soon as I possibly can, and I will let everybody know on all the social media platforms I'm on. That'd be here, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and let you guys know that the book is available, so that way you guys can go and check it out if you're wanting to check it out if you've got the first one. So anyways, I thank you for tuning in today and listen to me rant about the 2 reviews that my book has. Again, Tanya Russell, I do appreciate you getting the book, you know, and then deciding to get the hard copy book. And I really, really do appreciate you coming up and getting me to autograph it. That really made my day. It really lifted me up. I really do appreciate it. Plus, your review was very, 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 very genuine and very insightful to me, to let me know that, you know, you've seen what I put in to the book from my inner self. It means a lot. For their Con Air on VHS, I hope that you did read the book. I really do, because if you didn't give it a fair judgment. And I hope that if you didn't, that you decide to, and you even change your review up a little bit, based off of that actual thing. So I'm hoping we'll see what's going on, and until next time, you guys take it easy. Peace.